It's been about 3 months since this, what I call my $829 10-minute doctor's visit. I told the initial part of the story before, and I've been getting emails from people, including podiatrists, saying, David, what ended up happening with this? So here's the backstory. In early June, I went to see a podiatrist because I was having some foot and knee pain. And my regular doctor suggested I go. I did all the right things. I called my insurance. I said, is podiatry covered? They said, yes, it is. I said, do I need a referral? They said, no, you don't. Do I need pre-authorization? They said, no, you don't. Just book it and go. You'll pay your $40 copay or whatever it is for specialist, and you're going to be good to go. And I went. And the doctor said, hey, okay, I think the problem you're having is that because of your flat arches, it's throwing your entire ankles and knees out of alignment. You should get some custom orthotic insoles, which, of course, they didn't make there, nor are they covered by insurance. The orthotics are $350 or $375. Here's a prescription. Bada boom, bada bing, you're out of here. Okay, I pay my copay. And then a few weeks later, I get a bill saying your visit with the specialist, which was 10 minutes, maybe it was 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes with me spending 3 minutes sitting there while the podiatrist types up notes, right? That was a $460 or so visit. You've paid your $40 copay. It's not covered, so you owe the other $420 or so. And I called the insurance, and I want to tell a shorter version of this since I've already told this. I call my insurance, and they say, well, podiatry is covered, and you don't need a referral, and you don't need prior authorization, but your diagnosis was pes planum, or as we would say in English, flat feet. And that is not a diagnosis that is covered. To which I said, wait a second, I'm not a doctor. Do you agree I'm not a doctor? Yes, we agree you're not a doctor. How would I know whether to expect a diagnosis which would not be covered? It doesn't really seem to make any sense. So in the end, what was potentially going to happen is I was going to owe for this 10-minute visit, which results in me getting some orthotics, $350 or $375 for the orthotics, and $440 or so, whatever, for the specialist visit. It was going to be roughly $830. Now, I got a bunch of emails from podiatrists saying, David, I deal with this with patients, and it's crazy that on the basis of a diagnosis code, you would either be covered or not covered. But here are a bunch of other codes that this is not insurance fraud, but these are just other ways that you can report that someone came in with a pain related to a foot condition, and here's how I would often code it. So I played the game. Now, at a certain point, I mean, listen, the truth is, if this ends up costing me $829, I'm fortunate enough to be in a situation where it's not going to bankrupt me. And I'm putting a lot of time into this, but I do want to see it through just to see, like, how long will it take to ultimately navigate this and what will be the result? So I got in touch with the specialist. They put me in touch with some billing person who, of course, should they even exist in a system that makes sense? Is that even a position that we should have, inflating the bureaucratic cost of these visits? I would say no. They said, we're going to resubmit it. I'm going to talk to the doctor. If the doctor agrees to resubmit it in a different way, we will do that. Call us in a month. I called in a month and was told that billing person had left and not on good terms. Therefore, no one there knows what it is that they were working on. So we again started from scratch. And I am here to report to you today that there has been no progress whatsoever. The specialist has said, we're not going to start charging you late fees. We understand that we're in the process of trying to work this out, so you're not going to owe us late fees. But it has finally been resubmitted to my insurance with some other diagnostic codes. And I'm waiting to hear back, and it could be several more weeks before they either accept or deny the claim. Consider all of the people, and for what was 7 minutes of clinical time and 3 minutes of note-taking time, consider not only what I might end up paying, but the amount of hours that I've put into this, again, partially for you to have stuff to talk about on the show because of the curiosity of the entire thing. But this has been hours of my time. Add up all of the hours of everybody else who's been involved. There's people at my insurance company that have to process this claim 2 times. Multiple people at the specialist's office, including the podiatrist himself, working on resubmitting this. insane, this system that we have. And in the end, I'm not really any closer to avoiding an $829 10-minute doctor's visit than I was when this all started. Now, if you're going to email me and say, David, in my country, custom orthotic insoles are only $100. I already heard from 24 of you. I understand that. I trust me, I get that even the price of $350 is a crazy price. And people from Canada and the UK saying, I just got custom ones for $80, $100, and the insurance even covers it in some cases. Don't even depress me further with those stories. I get that that piece is going on, but that's the latest, and I will certainly keep you abreast of any developments there.